So 14 years I haven't worked in the lab, and this was all new to me. And I'm back again vacuuming the floors and back again cleaning the lab, and I'm in the lab doing the chemical testing, which I hadn't done for 14 years. And teaching my son how to do things, and we're trying to revive and start this business. And again, adding more employees and again solving problems.
Let's not skip over that part, because adding more employees, I mean, you say it as if like you just add more employees, right? So a little bit, because there are people out there wondering, how do you just do that? How do you just decide to start adding employees? And because obviously you have to get the capital from somewhere, you have to start raising money, you have to start making money. All these things have to come together to be able to even sustain being able to grow a business. Talk a little bit about that process, because eventually that company eventually end up getting you to become Entrepreneur of the Year award. What was about that process?
So again, it was very similar to my initial entrepreneurial venture, but this time I had experience. And one of the things that I noticed was that my business offering, service offering, was somewhat lopsided. I had a lot more pharmaceutical testing and a little bit of chemical testing.
Okay.
And when the pharmaceutical testing suffered in the recession, my entire business suffered. So the new business model, I made it in such a way that it became recession-proof. So I had enough balanced portfolio of service offering so that if in the next recession, my business would survive.
Which is a good tip for any business. Make sure you have a diverse level of service offerings as well.
Exactly.
By learning from experience.
Learning from experience.
And now you're running for governor.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about that. Was it being upset with what was happening in the state? Did you feel that you can make a difference because of your background? What made that decision to say, hey, I want to be the next governor of Michigan?
Well, look, as a scientist, as a chemist, I couldn't bear to see what happened in Flint, Michigan. This government and the emergency manager made a decision not to spend $150,000 to use some chemicals to soften that water. And because they tried to save that little money, it caused the lead to leach into the drinking water. And it ended up poisoning, the state ended up poisoning thousands of children and adults. And that bothered me. A lack of science.
Bothered a lot of people. Yeah, it bothered me too. Yeah.
And it's just the way, this governor came to Lansing saying he wants to run the state like a business. Now the state is not a business, and we're not looking at the bottom line here. We're looking at people's lives. And we have communities that need help. We have schools that are underfunded. And so the decisions that need to be made with compassion. It needs to be made with caring. And not everything can be looked at as a bottom line.
Right.
And so when I saw how science was ignored in Flint, and when I saw that there is not enough of a concern for the common person, but I saw that a governor and a government that's so beholden to big corporations, that I felt that, I have achieved my American dream. My family is doing well. Both of my sons have graduated from Ross Business School.
Yep, go blue.
They are entrepreneurs on their own, creating jobs in America. So at this stage, I felt that the calling in my life is to go help others achieve their American dream. And with that in mind, we sold the business 2 years ago. We took about $1.5 million out of the sales proceeds, and we gave it and distributed to all my 50 employees. So I had ended up creating about 50 good paying jobs in Ann Arbor, Michigan through my new business. And then we sold rest of it. We put about some money, several $1 million. I'm not Rick Snyder rich, or I'm not rich like Donald Trump, and I'm very passionate about it. So I took a big chunk of my retirement savings, the sales proceeds, my children's inheritance, basically. and I put it into this campaign. And I have taken a pledge not to accept a single penny from corporate special interest PACs. And so my focus is going to be more on people, and I want to kind of break this pay for play culture in Lansing.
Right.
You know? Because our politicians get influenced by the dark money, they get influenced by the corporate money, the billionaires impacting and influencing our politicians with their money. And I want to go to Lansing not beholden to any of this, so that I can find good, solid solutions to our problems in education, in infrastructure. You know, I want to fundamentally take a diametrically opposite view than what Rick Snyder has done and what the Republicans have done.